Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls. We gone.
Yeah.
What else is new? We gone.
Yeah.
We stay gone.
We stay gone. You got a fake lawn, I got the fresh turf. I'm on the best earth, travel across it. You can't toss it. You tossing the salad, but damn, you ain't valid. I think you lost your balance, and you ain't got talents. Check me, now you never check me. Disrespect me, you gon' check you like Gretzky. Yeah, it's fresh E in the coat nonetheless. And you know I do it best, no stress, no regrets. I just progress, cause I'm professional when I do it. Motherfuckers see me and you know I style running through it. What up, Nomad? And you know the motherfuckers better get they notepad. I ain't got no hook, I just got the notebook. Still throw it old school. I'm like Will Ferrell, I'm on the street. Y'all don't really feel it, you too weak. When you come into the Pro Tools, see me while you looking like you meek. Always screaming, that be like, fuck. We gone.
We gone.
You gone.
Never know when the freestyle might hit you.
Yeah.
Right between the eyes.
On this West Coast beat. Yeah. Motherfucker.
Yo, you do that shit, man, fresh.
I love that shit, son. Yeah, motherfucker. We in the motherfucking house. Without a doubt.
Do you guys know the guy, the kid on Instagram that does the, it's like an NFL professional announcer voice, but he does it so well.
Bob Menery.
Bob Menery. Shout out to Bob Menery.
I follow that guy. Yo, I wish there was someone who would really, like, announce sports like that.
He is hilarious. If you guys have not checked out Bob Menery, this is, hey, I'll send you something real quick, Jib, so we can,
it's hilarious.
Look at one of Bob Menery's classic calls right here.
And he's doing it.
Whoa, down goes
We gone.
We definitely going. Jib's going. And he's doing like play-by-play of other sports, or is it of football?
All
like
sports.
anyway.
Yeah, he does. He does do golf. He just did one on John Daly. That was pretty funny. This is I think this is the first one that I came across when I found his work. This is him talking about the Joe Flacco shot.
Just joining us, Bob Menery here. I just want to say fuck you, CBS, for giving me this game. There's better places I could have been. Shotgun takes a snap. Joe Flacco looking, rolls to the right side, and there is running room. 2015-10. Oh, my God, his fucking head fell off. Wait, no, it didn't. That was a football. But anyways, we got a brawl going on in the field now. That was one of the cheapest, dirtiest hits we've ever seen, and Jim Harbaugh is letting that piece of shit Alonzo hear it.
Yo, but don't you wish sports was called that? Like, for real?
I really do.
Like, it would be
really
way
wish it
more
was.
fucking exciting.
Like, I would almost, like, he would get in trouble, though.
He
Like,
doesn't
I would
wait.
almost, like, pay, like, $5 a game to watch the game with just him.
I think that will be an option soon enough. Like, you know, you have SAP, you just click that Bob Menery button.
Right,
you know?
right. This is not a Bob Menery app. Like,
Well, Joe
you can't-
Rogan, they do a fight companion for every UFC that he's not there. So if he's not there, like announcing it, he goes live on Facebook. I mean on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
With his boys, and they commentary the fight. You can't watch the fight though. You just listen to them. If you're watching the fight, you can listen to them.
That's interesting. Nomad, you're like the West Coast version of that, though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, you know, all those guys that are on the Snoop Dogg skits and shit, like, you pull that off pretty well, bro.
They need to put my man on John Madden or something. You should be able to download like a patch or something to play your games and have my man.
I follow him on Instagram. That's why I follow him.
Yeah, he's pretty funny, and he's been staying on top of it. He's doing his thing. But it's something like we always all do, and it's just like he just pulls it off so fucking good. I don't know how his voice sounds like so official, but it does.
Yeah, he's good. He's like that guy that the homeless guy that got the job for mac and cheese. Or something,
remember
a couple years
that?
back.
Oh, yo, it's crazy. That's the first person I thought about.
Yeah, that guy.
When you mentioned him, like the homeless guy that was on the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In like Ohio or something.
You know what happened to
And
him,
then
right?
he was like,
You know who that is, right?
Kraft cheese. Nah.
You know the guy, the golden voice guy.
Yeah,
I know. I saw the
Golden
video.
Voice
Yeah,
guy,
but
Yeah, he got big and he got rich. He got they gave him a radio show somewhere, and he ended up binging back on like heroin.
damn.
Oh man.
There's no hope in dope.
But it was
huh?
crazy. His mom's was all proud of him and shit. You know what I mean? But I think he might have got it back together.
He had like a family, right?
Yeah,
Damn, he went back to it.
the man with the golden voice.
Damn.
It's cheesy.
I always
He
want to
definitely
know.
did
I
a
always
good
want to know what happened to like the singers of those West Coast albums, like the chick that was
Right.
on like I said it last week on the Thuggish Ruggish Bone, that chick.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to her? Or, like, you know, even some of the Snoop Dogg videos.
The best West Coast singer ever died.
What happened?
Nate Dogg.
What happened to this chick right here? Oh, yeah, yeah.
What are you singing?
That was from Dre Day.
Yo, that's that West Coast sound, dog. It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone. Well, even though they ain't West Coast.
Nah, I guess not.
Midwest, man. Cleveland.
Yeah, you're right. Anything
They
east?
from Cleveland.
Yeah,
Cleveland.
The Mississippi, right?
Yo, listen.
Has anyone come out of Cleveland? MGK, right? Is he Ohio or something like that? I don't know anyone else. But did they all rap fast over there? Is that like a thing? Because MGK always rap fast.
I don't know. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't even think of.
Remember that song, Hey? Hey, in the middle of the barn.
Uh-huh.
That was my shit.
Hey, in the middle of the barn. Yeah.
Damn. Yo, Frank, you sent me a link about New York getting close to legalizing marijuana, right? Was there any validation with that? Or what was that link at?
I sent that in the group chat on Facebook.
Yeah, there you go.
Real quick, Kid Cudi's from Cleveland.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I did not know that.
Scott Mess Cuddy. Damn. Yo, Kid Cudi's just like, is it true that, any truth to Kanye doing that entire album for him? Or is that just a rumor? Is it a rumor or a trumor?
Or you talking about Kid Cudi?
Yeah.
You know what? They spent so much time in the studio together. I wouldn't doubt that they probably already had an album plus worth of material for years. Maybe it's just official now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like they officially going in to like focus on a. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they got collectively enough joints. I mean, if you spend 12 hours in the studio with a producer, I mean, you not gonna bang out one track. Especially now if you in there for months.
Yeah.
With the greatest producer right now, arguably in the game, you would probably bang your little tracks out here and there, you know.
Real quick.
Yeah, I even thought of remember maybe I shouldn't bring this up, but the
too late. Bring it up.
But the one video that we went to shoot that day for your man's that run with Kanye. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Was that a Ye beat?
I don't know.
That's because it sounded like it was like one of them throwaway.
I'll just put it out
tracks.
there. Yeah, it's a quick story. So make a long story short, we were shooting a video for Consequence, and I had everything planned. You know, we kind of had a mini treatment. He had his idea what he wanted to do with the visual, and then I had Steve, my boy Steve, all set to shoot the video.
Oh God!
I'm not even gonna put. I don't care. It's just facts. I don't care about putting people on blast. And then like last second, we're about to shoot the video that day in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I gotta do something for my girl. I can't do it right now." And then like I was just getting that vibe from him all day, and then he finally said it. And then I wasn't even gonna try and force him to pull his arm. I was just like, "All right, just do you." And then I just called SJ, and SJ bailed me out. And then we got down there late. We shot the video. But by the time we got there, you know, it was a little late. We tried to turn water into wine, but it was what it was. Consequence still has my hard drive, by the way. I gotta get that shit, but I don't know if I'll ever get that shit back.
No way, dude. He still got your hard drive? That's like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I know. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, I ran into that nigga too. A little bit after that, I had to joint with wax.
Yeah, the fucked up part is like it looked like it was my fault, and I'm the one trying to hook up my videographer friend with an opportunity.
There's no way that was your fault.
But it's a Consequence probably thinks. I don't give a fuck. I know we don't.
Yeah. I was gonna say because
Yo, that was a huge
looked out
opportunity,
like
man.
big time. Like that was a good look, and for someone to turn that down, that's kind of crazy.
If that shit
when networking backfires,
if that's your
101.
field, if that's your field, like you eat that. You don't got like you know what I'm saying. Like you don't. All right, you're not getting paid. All right, eat it, man.
Exactly.
Do the
Yo,
work,
bro, that right there, son. That was a big opportunity, dog.
Yeah.
That was a big opportunity because when the shit done, first and foremost, the project is done. My man ready to put it out. He got the video. We got the video done for him. I got the behind the scenes for all that shit. Who you think the first person he gonna take it to on show? Or the first thing that you know what I'm saying? I mean,
he told us in the treatment that Ye might have been there, even though I knew I had a feeling that it might not have happened.
Oh my God! Imagine that. That'd have been dope.
I hope that would have happened because then Steve would have felt stupid. and then we would have definitely.
I would have never wanted to meet Kanye. I wouldn't like want to meet Kanye.
Actually,
like 3 years
I hope
later.
that didn't happen because I wouldn't want to meet Kanye under those pretenses.
That's what I'm saying. And you meet, I would be like, if you met him like 3 years later, something like, he'll be like, y'all know you from something? Nah, I don't know you, bro. We just met.
That nigga was cool, son, because I was the first one on the scene. And I stepped up. Remember you called me?
I know.
I was the
Thank
first
God
one.
you got there,
I
right?
stepped up, and I got in the place, and I wasn't really sure where I was at. So the people who he rented this whip, and the people who came with the car, they was in there. Then he came in, he was mad cool. He just walked in, yo, Nomad, oh shit, what's good? Just
He
like
was
that.
cool people. I was with him that day.
Yeah.
Like checking out the spot before everything. He was cool. He was playing me joints on the shit that was about to come out, and like he didn't even know I made music and shit. So I was like, "Oh damn, you took that from like that's the Tribe sound and shit." He's like, "Oh yeah, you know that? Yeah." And so I was just listening to his
We
music
met him
and
at
shit, just vibing.
Walt Clyde's place.
Yeah, we met him. I met Consequence too. Ron Stu introduced us.
Yeah, shout out to Ron Stewart.
Yeah.
At Walt Clyde's.
I had to throw that reference out there too when I was running late. He's like, "Yo, I don't know what's going on," and I was like, "Yo, honestly, you could ask Ron Stu. I'm a stand-up dude. I'm not trying to play you. This shit actually fell apart right here, and I'm just trying to make the best and make it work." I actually threw that reference in there. But that's.
Yeah, man, he rented the whip.
He probably
rented
hit Ron
it. The
up like,
whole
yo,
thing
what
was
the fuck
set
is
up. It was gravy,
I know.
son.
Yeah.
The place was rented. The car was dope.
It was right
Everything
across
was
the
in
street.
place. He had the girls there.
I know. I felt
Everything
bad.
was fresh.
It was right
man.
across the street
And-
from Sweet Chick.
As then the SJ, oh man, the camera battery died. It was just a wild.
It was just a
Oh,
bad
the
look.
people at the restaurant got mad.
And then the
who
people at
own
the
the
restaurant were
restaurant.
getting mad. Yo, some days are just L's, bro. That's just
I-
when you need to roll up a big L and just chalk one up, you know?
I do
It's an L.
have a good 30 minutes of behind the scenes man, that.
Yo, Nomad
I got a
Yo, I
good
feel like
30,
Nomad
35.
secretly has a camera everywhere, and he's got 30 minutes of everything that's ever happened.
Yo, remember that we were talking after that podcast last week? I got half of that on film.
Right?
Yeah, yo. But that's real though, son. Yo,
For real,
I got
though?
a good 30 something minutes of that shit, man.
Other
Probably
than this
more.
podcast, anywhere I've ever seen Nomad, he has a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or being at your house, we're
Even at the
house.
crib, I be pulling the camera out. Though. Yo, let's do it. Let's do it, yo.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's super factual.
That was man. I was mad for you.
Yeah,
I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah.
I was mad for
That
you.
shit,
man.
that shit. Yo, listen, man.
My
Like,
conscience that I talked to at night was mad for me.
yeah.
My other me.
Bro, that was a huge opportunity, son.
All right, let's
Your man
transition.
Let's keep it
Yo,
moving.
man. Nah, because listen, that shit hurt my feelings,
He
too.
just pouring alcohol on it and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yo,
You guys know I am here.
tell Steve, nah. Who the one that dropped the ball with the camera?
Steve.
Steve, man, you hurt my feelings, bro. My career is ruined. I was gonna do behind the scenes camera work for life.
And that was just that's when I knew I was like, I just need to start. I should have shot videos myself and just learned how to do this shit myself because it was kind of my idea. I was like, yo.
Yeah, but
I know, but it just shows like you want something. Like if other people don't want it, you can't make them want it.
You have exactly like you have to wear a lot of hats if you're doing shit independently as an artist. Obviously, like but when you're talking about learning a whole nother craft.
The way these cameras are so good right now.
But it wasn't like that though.
I know.
He had the red, right? Did he?
Yeah,
bring
we had the red. Yeah.
Damn, yo.
We had the Sony red on deck.
That ain't something you could just like push.
That's the only shit that made him like calm down because I was like, yo, my boy's not coming, but I have another boy coming. He's got a Sony red, and he was like, oh, all right.
So, is that the hottest cam on the market still today, or are
They
there
gotta
more
have
comparable
upgrades.
cam? Because I'm getting ready to update.
They probably gotta have upgrades.
The
to
Sony,
that
there's
camera.
different versions of the Sony red. Like the Sony red, like I'm sure, like the upper versions, that's shit they shoot movies on.
Right.
But
No, that's the shit that he has. Is shit that they shoot movies on, but just not those lens. They got those.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
you need
those
like the right
upgrades.
lenses.
Yeah.
Lenses and lighting is everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Because SJ shoots videos. Don't get me wrong, they look dope, but they don't look like some Netflix shit. You know what I mean? Because a lot of that is lighting and it's like another lens and shit. I don't know what else is involved with that, but I know it's a couple.
I remember when the first time I went down to YouTube studios with Anthony, and they were like, you can use whatever equipment that they have, and I was like, yeah, let's get a red. And they're like, yeah, you know how to use that? I was like, yo, I watched a couple YouTube tutorials before we got here. They're like, nah, let me give you something else. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah. I remember when we shot a video, I forget what it was, and I went down to Manhattan with Tim to rent that camera.
Yeah. You know what
was it for your video?
No, it wasn't. Definitely wasn't for my shit.
Maybe.
I think it was for Nicole or somebody.
A Space Cadet or something?
Oh, no, it's for the Space Cadets video. That's what it was for. It was for the Space Cadets video.
I remember that. And they had to get like $20,000 insurance.
Yeah.
Some stupid
just
shit
to rent,
like
yeah.
How much was it? How much was the rental?
This is years ago, so I don't remember. But I remember the insurance was crazy. And I was like, what?
Yeah, you gotta have insurance.
I didn't know shit about cameras because they had to rent it.
The rental isn't that much. I forget how the insurance works. For people out there trying to shoot videos, if you're trying to get a high-priced video, probably the best way to do it is if you know someone that could work that equipment is go get a rental. You can go look at like B&H and other spots in New York City.
Go to a film school like Purchase around here or something, and then hit people up.
And another thing too is like that's such an in. That's some of my advice that I tell like kids when they hit me up like, yo, what's your advice how to get in the game? And I'm like, yo, honestly, just learn another trade. And right now, video is probably the biggest because every rapper wants a video, and videos are endless. Like you can't have enough content.
Yeah, you got network too, man. Like what you did with Matt was like mad smart. You know what I'm saying? Because Matt ended up working for Vice now. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you were when you gave Matt he started. That was the first videos he done. Yeah. And you saw him in the parking lot. You were playing basketball, right? Something like that. And you saw him at Purchase.
Yeah. And I picked up the
film
network.
It's network.
And now he's at Vice.
Shout out to Matt Six.
And now I'm on a podcast.
Exactly.
Yo, Matt, holla at me, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we should get him on.
Let's go with that Action Bronson feature. Yeah. Yeah, he said Action Bronson be in those studios all the time, just walking through the office.
Because he got like 8 shows.
Doink. Yeah, I know. Because half that network is Action
Doesn't he own part of Vice?
I love Action, man. He's the man.
He is.
His shows like 20% of Vice.
With the amount of shows he got, he might as well.
A lot of people, I heard this too. I don't know. I'm sure it's true, but French Montana, I know he got in the game from doing the Cocaine City DVDs, but I'm pretty sure he was shooting them shits.
He probably was.
Yo, that's a great in. Think about it. Like, he was just shooting shit for other rappers and then just putting his freestyle.
He wasn't using the Sony Red, though. He was using, like, a Sony Walkman with a camera attached to it.
That's a super fact.
It's crazy. You ever know the greatest footage out there is always coming off for some raggedy
regular shit.
Some shit that was just like,
that
you know what I'm saying?
You don't really need
that's
that
the thing. Like, some of my favorite videos were shot on, like, a VHS camera. VHS is a tape. To you youngins, tape's been gone for about 15 years now, but VCR tape.
Remember that?
Yeah, I actually got one at the crib. I got my my grandparents' old video camera. You just put a big ass tape in that shit. Just think about trying to film like a video with that shit just for fucking, you know what I mean?
You gotta get a converter though, right? Like
yeah. I mean, nowadays, man, converters is a wire and
but
some
if you think
software.
about it, it was only 20 years ago people were just starting to convert over to CD.
Yeah.
Like CDs were out and shit, but people still had tape.
Who would ever think that like CDs would be like relics? Like, you know what I mean? Almost have a certain value. Like, I don't know if there's a CD that you can hold on to.
They don't sell them in the stores a lot.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just like, what? I don't know. Whatever. Like, Ambitions of a Rider, like, or some Tupac album.
You could
like
probably
50
buy that.
years.
It's gonna
cut.
It's gonna be like the way vinyl is. Like, people are gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna just take more time. It's gonna be like 20 years from now. People are like, oh, you got that Ambitions of the Rider on CD?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna get like that. It's just gonna take its due diligence and
it's
time.
gonna be around as long as the car companies are still making cars with CDs.
I mean,
Which
as
they're
long
not.
as the
They're not anymore?
Nah, most of these new cars don't have CD players.
Yeah,
Really?
You plug in your phone. That's it.
Well, with
Are you
every
sure?
with every
I mean,
new
I don't know. I don't got
with every new
car.
wave or like or platform. Well, I don't know how you call it, but with every new whatever you call it to put music on, right? The music loses its quality and its value. If you notice, there's people when people had CDs, they always want to go back and get the vinyl.
I forgot the wave or the file that was like AIF or A something. That it was like those would be the ones that was pressed on CD, and those was bigger than wave files.
Right.
And they were,
it's just more like you know what I'm saying.
You're getting better quality if you bought a CD in the store, like versus like downloading some shit by MP3 and burning the CD.
Right.
Like, you were hearing it
like
better.
The quality is just the CD quality is just amazing. Even now, like if you take like the music off of iTunes or off of whatever, and you just go back and you listen to like an old CD, the sound is just so much heavier and crisp and like it's just like more at you. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be smoking doink to recognize it.
Let me ask you, speaking of music, did you guys listen to that new Ghostface project?
No. I didn't know he had a joint out.
The brown tape. The brown tape.
I know you sent it. I did not.
Shout out to everyone checking in. Shout out to Rozzy K checking in, killing the beat game.
We gotta get him on here.
Oh yeah, true. Rozzy, hit me up. Let me know next time you're down here. We gotta get you on the Gawncast. Pascal Smith, what's the point of this live video? What's the point of your life, Pascal? All right. Shots fired. You gone.
Who the fuck is Pascal Smith?
Whose name is Pascal?
Pascal. I'm Pascal.
Yo, but
for the last half hour, to take this glass cock in your mouth.
Hey, yo.
Pascal.
Get
out of here.
Listen to me, Pascal.
Yo, Migos came out with the second album. I know you guys are hyped.
Culture too.
I listened to a lot of Culture too.
I didn't sleep last night. I was just listening to that shit.
Really?
Nah, hell no.
Oh, okay. I listened to
someone had a great tweet and was like, yo, someone gotta tell me which joints on this album is bangers, because I ain't sitting here listening to 20 Migos joints.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I was like, yo, that shit is tough. I relate to that so much.
But it's so true though.
Because I know, like, they're gonna be on the radio. I'm gonna fuck with the records, but it's like I'm not listening. The one that's on I'm not listening through it to find out.
Yeah. Like the singles that you're gonna hear, you're gonna fuck with them anyways.
And you might not even know on first listen, because some of those records, it take you 3 times to hear that shit and be like, oh yeah, this shit. Which kind of, you know, the first time you might be like, it's kind of retarded. And then at the 5th time, you might be like, all right, I fuck with this shit. And that 20th time when you drunk, you're like, damn, this is my shit.
Bro, I felt like the first, maybe first 5 to 7 or 8 records was pretty dope.
Oh, really?
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I listened to that shit.
You're one of the brave souls that took
Yo, son, you know what, dog? I wanted to hear Takeoff rhyme, son. I like this nigga Takeoff spitting, son. I really like that nigga rhymes. Like I fuck with the Migos. I like what they do. I like they shit. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, yeah, like after so many songs, it's just like the same thing over and over.
Absolutely.
But the shit is just, it's just original. But like the sonic quality of the music is just fantastic, man.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Migos is mad original if you think about it, because they're the ones that like really are the credit for a lot of the shit that you hear in one way or another. That flow that they did.
I tell you one thing, man. That shit is hilarious. That album.
Everyone says that now.
That what? Oh, skirt. Yo, that shit is funny as hell. Yo. Every time Quavo say something, that shit be funny as hell to me, son. Like, I ain't gonna front.
Yeah,
that nigga Quavo is funny, son, on the mic.
They definitely think about their ad-libs more than they think about their bars.
Yo, them ad-libs.
That's not, like, whatever. I'm not even trying to hate. I'm just saying, like, I know the process of making music. Because even when I make records with Leo sometimes, which is kind of up that alley, it's in that same vibe, we'll write a bar, knock out 8 bars, and then we doing the ad-libs, and I'm like, nah, hold on, we gotta think of like some funny shit, you know? But I mean, that's part of the music. The ad-libs are so important in that type of music, especially when you rap and you're leaving the gap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the way I rap, like I don't have like, sometimes I gotta delete my ad-libs. It's too much for people to hear if I don't, you know, if I'm not taking that gap. It's like pull up and ad-lib, ad-lib. If you're you know, there's no fucking ad-lib. It's not gonna have that same impact.
Yo, I remember one time, kind of on the same subject, but I'm gonna take a little detour. One time we was in the studio with Blue. I got this on tape too, not this part, but I got that on tape too. Blue was mixing the joint with you and oh man, from Brazil. What's his name? My man's Brazil. Yeah.
Oh yeah. June.
You and June, right? June. And the joint was on, and I'm just was behind Blue and shit, bobbing and shit, and Blue was knocking the shit, right? So the one part of the song came up when he was, I don't know the words, but it was like, I roll up in the club 20 deep, some shit like that, right? And when I was listening to it, he said, and I repeated it, roll up in the club 20 deep, 20 deep. I just said like that, and Blue looked at me, and he was like, yeah. So I need my code.
I got you.
Yeah, I need my code. Yeah, Grammy-winning engineer gets assistance from your boy No Man.
Let's get into that record that we did. Can we play that? Because we need to show this side of of us. This is such a gone record to premiere on the Gawncast. It's so necessary.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about this record?
Coming in for the 2000 motherfucking 17. Kenny Shane. An Internal Flame. I don't wanna let it build up my motherfucking mind. When I look at that nice buzz, I'm really loving your design. You about to make me switch the pace up and go and change my life again. But every time I try to be a good man, I go and fuck your friends. I'm fucking your friends. They got me feeling like the luckiest man. Girl, I'm fucking your friends. It got me feeling like the luckiest man. Fuck your friends. I'm fucking your friends.
I'm still got back shots for your friends.
The luckiest man.
Girl, I heard you got a booty and that shit is gaping. Should've called that thing an island, cause that shit I came in. I be sprung like high school, I ain't never aging. Still love those rub and tugs, what up to my Asians? I go on Facebook, I see suggested friends. I hit up Snapchat and see molested friends. We going in raw, those my unprotected friends. We double team the girl, those my connected friends. My girl be bitching at me, and that shit never ends. So I fuck her friends, wait, that's just pretend. She might be listening until her friend be whistling, and I just put that water on her head like it's a christening. That booty glistening, why we gotta do this again? Baby, listen to me, when you kissing me, you kissing them. Cause I be fucking your friends, and I be feeling like the luckiest man.
Fuck your friends. I'm fucking your friends. Fucking your friends. Fuck the luckiest man.
Yeah. Well, I'm supposed to have to feel like I'm the worst guy when your girl about the first time. I wasn't even checking her side. She.
Yeah.
Damn, that was dope.
You need to put a verse on that one.
Yo. Yeah.
So y'all fuck with Apollo Brown?
Who's that?
He produced Ghostface album.
I know I heard that.
How was it? Dope?
You want to sample some of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, play some.
Oh, yeah. Right up Ghostface alley.
Yo, it's Tone Starks, the dawn, the face of a killer. The voice of the past and presence, I speak thrillers, rock a purple robe, crusted with 24-karat gold. The chain is chunky like the neck of a monkey, glass slipper, my wallows is made from lion skin. King of the jungle ain't shit about me, humble, rock a Black Panther hoodie, nigga, made from panther skin. I'm black on the outside and black within, the hood superhero, the motherfucking Don Dada, the Don Wilson, nigga, I do what I gotta. I'm a boss, them DeLucas try to front of my skin tone. I left the family, start a family of my own.
Just gonna give y'all some teasers.
Yeah. Tony Starks.
One for each member of the family. Buster silence, I'm a black vigilante killer. Pro-valence is the rebirth, born again. Rise through the vinyl spin, they took out Starks, but the light shines within. It's the almighty rise of the murderous ghost face. Bodies dropped in owls, left for cold case. Colombian neckties from a black Gambino. Bodies get dumped in the black El Camino. It's Reno, gangster wars, money, power, respect. Revenge is felt like the heat from a tech. Tommy guns.
Just saying.
Yeah, boy.
All right, last one.
I'm definitely gonna be banging this shit.
Capadon is on this one as well. Center of attraction.
Man, Cap.
And he's got this like crackly record sound through the entire album.
I was like, yo, is that me?
Nah, it's through the whole album.
Sampling them.
Cool.
There's a suggestion we click. I like Ming, she like iced out rings. Defining things in life together, we share drinks. Vodka and cranberry.
Just has such a good vibe.
If I got locked, she would fill up my commissariat was natural. I felt the bond between us. She was a jelly to my peanuts.
All right, enough Ghostface.
Nah, that shit was fire right there.
Telling y'all,
yeah,
that Ghostface.
Well, you said, yeah,
I fuck with that shit.
Oh,
that shit's going
that
on.
shit was hard. I'm definitely, I'm gonna bang that on the way home.
Shout out to Standing by Gypsy just putting on the podcast. To some good music right there.
I left a half a spliff over there on it.
Oh, that shit's gone.
Damn. I didn't mean to leave it over there.
You good.
You go. Just saw this article too. It said Baltimore cops kept toy guns to plant just in case they shot an unarmed person. That's crazy.
Wait, what? He kept a fake gun to plant?
Cops keeping fake guns to plant.
I don't understand it though. Like if you plant a fake gun and they find a fake gun, like you can't use a fake gun.
But that's a reason to shoot somebody and get away with it. He flashed the gun. I thought it was real.
But that's how crazy it is, though. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
But
it says the Baltimore police. The Baltimore Police Department is currently in court over one of the biggest.
Crazy.
Currently in court over one of the biggest scandals in the history of American law enforcement. The corruption case is replete with intrigue as police reveal secrets that sound like something out of an urban fiction novel or a lost season of The Wire. It is revealed how one of America's largest cities just happened to be filled with crooked cops, but no one seems to be talking about it outside of Baltimore. I mean. Yo,
see?
There was a guy.
Cops are crooked.
Michael
Wood. Cops.
Michael Wood. He was an ex-Baltimore cop on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was talking about how corrupt it is over there. Man. And he's an ex-cop, and he was like talking about that was a really interesting podcast. If you're talking about corrupt police.
And guys, this
Michael Wood on Joe Rogan's podcast. Yeah. Check that out.
Yeah, and these are white cops, black cops, Spanish cops too. It's like, this is like a law enforcement issue. You know what I mean?
It's a blue issue.
Yeah. Bro, I'll tell you
that's
that,
a
man.
Power issue.
I am scared for my fucking life.
Yeah.
When I see the police, and I can't. No matter what I do, I can't fight it.
It's a shame,
feeling.
Man.
It's a feeling that, like, every time I see the police, left, right, anywhere in my vicinity, anywhere a half mile away down the road, like my brain is like. You know what I'm saying? I'll make a right.
Blood pressure definitely goes up.
Just so I don't drive past the police if I live right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is just like in me now. It's something that I just can't control anymore. I have this fear. And you know how many times the cop walk up to the car and they be like, "Yo, you okay, man? What's wrong with you?" Right. And I'm like shaking and I can't
because
control
so many of them are normal people too. It's a scary thing because you don't know. You don't know who's a good cop, who's a bad cop.
I'm scared of police when I'm driving. I'm white.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. I was like, it's a natural feeling to have every time you see a cop. Yeah, well, I'm not even diving into the whole thing of being black and seeing a cop. Like I'm just talking. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like I know how
you see a cop, you're just like, oh fuck.
And I'm white, so it's like. Okay.
Anytime someone walks up to me and they got a gun, I mean, I'm gonna feel a certain level of tension.
It's that, and it's also the fact that it's their word versus yours, and your word is never taken. Never.
Yeah, I was pulled over on the highway in Atlanta one time, and I had a black cop. He pulls me over on the highway. This nigga walks up to my truck, from behind it, leaned up against the truck with his gun out like this. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he came to my window. Straight up. And asked me, what am I doing here? And why do I have Arizona plates?
I hate that question.
Why do I have Arizona plate? I just moved to Atlanta from Arizona.
What are you doing here, Frank?
I hate that question. Where are you going?
What am I doing over here? I am on a fucking highway, an 8-lane highway in the middle of Atlanta. Everything in Atlanta is 30 miles apart. I could be going anywhere. What are you doing here? I'm on a fucking highway. I'm going home.
I'm high on the highway. Damn.
I definitely wasn't high.
Just saying. If you're high, it makes it way worse.
Yo, I was just going to say that.
Makes it way worse. My heart goes so fast when I'm high. And there's cops around. I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie. The times that I've been arrested and taken to the cell, I remember one time I was like, I'm so glad I just finished smoking. At least I could just be high for the next couple hours.
Did you guys watch the State of the Union, speaking of being high?
Some of it.
Nah, I was at the Knicks game.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Shout out to the Knickerbockers.
Was that when they played the Nets, right?
Yeah, they played the Nets. We got the dub. It was nice. It was
you had the dub just by being at those seats, bro. The seats you had were legit.
Those seats were fire.
I was like, yo, you about to jump in the court right now?
Glorious. I wish I could say that I...
Yo, did you see that video of that dude who jumped on the court and started taking warm-up shots?
Yes, in
that
New
shit
Orleans.
was hilarious. I don't know
was that?
Oh yes,
it was New Orleans.
Yes, my man that was had warm-up shots for the Pelicans. He was in the hoodie. He had the sweatpants on. That was great, man. Yo, the guy last night almost hit a half-court shot to win a car, and I was like, oh wow.
Shit, for real. I always wanted to be that guy that gets that shot.
I was like, how does that guy become that guy?
Yeah, right. Like, is it predetermined? Like rap showcases?
It was his destiny.
He said rap showcases.
Like rap showcases.
Is it predetermined?
Yo, this is it right here.
Oh yeah, let's check that out, and then we gotta talk about showcases.
He's like the old dude on
Someone
the
should have just checked his gut and was like, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, wow, they threw him the rock. They threw my man the rock.
Yo, I can see Nomad doing that. I ain't gonna.
I would definitely do some shit like that.
I like how they escort him just back to a seat.
I would do that if I didn't get kicked. If I would.
It's crazy because when you said that shit happened, the first thing I was about to ask you, was that at the Garden? Because that sounded like one of them niggas from my project.
Now let's be real. Look at that cop. If that guy wanted to arrest you, you have to let him arrest you because that guy's not arresting me on his own.
So this was in New Orleans, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans. The cops are cool out there.
Look
Yo,
at the
son.
cops. Look at the cop. Look.
I was at a
right here. Like this guy, I would have to, like, no disrespect, but I would have to let this guy arrest me. There's no way he can arrest me on his own if I'm not complying. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a security guard. That's a retired cop over the hill.
I don't know, man.
Yo,
like
one time
police officer.
I was at the Garden at one of them wheelchair classic games, like back in the '90s and shit. Right? Yeah. No,
I wasn't gonna say anything, but that shit. I'm glad someone else laughed first.
Nah. I mean, like, I'm talking. What they did was the Knicks played, and then I forgot who they played.
Oh, at halftime?
No. The whole game. It was like a game that was all for like the handicapped people or whatever. Some shit like. But they used to do it every year. It's like wheelchair classics, and the Knicks was playing and shit, right? And I don't know if they gave a bunch of tickets out in the hood, but I remember like
get you motherfuckers.
But I just know like the whole projects was there.
Enjoy this game.
And I'm
right.
My man, and rest in peace to my man. He died. He died tragically. He was hit by a bus. But my man Philip Mack ran on the court and smacked Charles Oakley on the ass after after he hit a free throw. Yeah, he ran up there, bow, and ran back in and sat down. Yes.
Oh, in a real game?
It was a real game. It was at the Garden. It was a game for charity though. But the Knicks played. Yeah. It was the Knicks and like another team. I think it might have been like Seattle. It was somebody. You know what I'm saying? But he ran on the fucking court and smacked Oakley on the ass mid game. Bow, and ran back and sat back down and shit.
What did Oakley do?
Nothing. I think, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be surprised if Phillip knew them niggas like that. Because Oakley used to be in my hood. Spike Lee lived in my hood.
Right.
And Spike Lee, he rebuilt the, in Fort Greene Park, he rebuilt the basketball court. In the 90s, cool. He put like the glass rim up there and all that. And he brought like Oakley and Starks and them to the hood to just play around and shit. And they used to be out there every once in a while. So... And Philip Mack, they all them niggas ran the hood, so I wouldn't be surprised if they knew him anyway. Right. It's probably how the nigga was sitting in the front row.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
who knows? Good stories. Yeah, so what we're gonna talk about as far as showcases. Don't do a showcase in New York City and expect to win unless you know the people judging that shit.
It's not just hold on. It's not just New York City. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the majority of rapper showcases are rigged.
Yeah. And I'll just go into it because we're putting people on blast tonight. So I've done so many showcases. I'm an old head. How many fucking showcases I do alone with just you there and then you there, man?
Yeah, countless, man. I can't even fucking...
Exactly, just going up there. And I've left some showcases. Like, some showcases, it's like, all right, it's close. You might be able to pick someone else that won. Like, I've done showcases where, like, I left and people was like, yo, man, I thought you should have won. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people in the crowd and shit. So I'm like, yo, I know these shits is rigged. And toward the end of doing the showcase, like, this is a couple of years into doing showcases, we go with this girl that works in the industry, and she was chilling with us.
She's DJs there.
Knew the kid that was doing the showcase.
Yeah.
I did my thing. But it wasn't anything different than any other night, and it wasn't like I shut it down that night. Like, there was other rappers that were okay too, but I definitely did my thing. And then, like, after, I was just like, all right, we out. And then he's like, winner is that kiddo, Kitty Shane. And I'm just like, oh, shit, we won one? And then I was like,
because, well, let's paint the picture of what a showcase is. You pay money to perform, right?
I was like, we were with someone that was in the music industry that knew the person judging the showcase.
But I'm talking about as what showcases are.
We rigged the showcase without knowing it.
Yeah. But when you show up to a showcase, you're paying to perform, and there's also 20 other artists there performing.
Oh, it's a fucking
and everyone's artists, whoever's performing, they got their people there. So it's just like you show up and it's all rappers around you. You're performing for other rappers basically, so they're not cheering you on. They don't give a fuck.
So if you didn't bring your own crowd, then you got no one really.
Right. Everyone does this.
And then a lot of people, what they do is they bring up like 45 people on stage, like Wu-Tang. They bring up the whole Wu-Tang on stage, and it's just them rapping. You know what I mean?
Perpendicular to the square.
So it's just like...
That's how you get nice, though, because you kind of have to ice grill people while you're rapping and then look someone in their eyes, and then when they lock eyes with you and, like, you say a line, and they'll be like...
Like what you did in Oakland. What you did in Oakland was like... I thought there was about to be a fight in Oakland.
What happened in Oakland?
You don't remember?
I don't.
Yeah, Oakland was...
You
Oakland
were performing.
Was
you were opening. He was opening for Joe Buttons, and fucking somebody was like, you were like your third song in, and somebody was like, "Yo, where's Joe Button?" You were like, "Yo, hold the fuck up, I got another song."
Yeah,
or some shit. You said something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm standing,
wild.
And I'm standing like near the stage, and I'm like, "Oh, Kenny, bro, what the fuck, man?" Like, yo, we out in Oakland right now. Like, all right, fuck it, man, we about to fight right now. Cause that's.
I set the scene.
Let me paint this. We walked into that motherfucker smoking weed and drinking alcohol with the bouncer, the lone bouncer. He didn't even check my ID. He was like, "Yo, what's up, bro?" I'm like, "You're the bouncer?"
Son,
He's smoking with us and drinking with us.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
in the back.
And bouncer was skinnier than me.
That nigga was skinny as hell, son. The nigga was up there on stage spitting the rhymes with you. I'm like, yo, son, you supposed to be
when you said that,
right? You supposed to be watching the door.
It's wild.
But when you said that, the kids shut up.
He did.
You were like, "Yo, hold the fuck up! I got another song." Or something.
Shout to myself.
And I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, you did that, son. You did that, son. Yeah.
I just be blacking out when I'm up there. But
you did. You said, you did. You did.
But after the show, people was like, I couldn't walk to the bar without the whole bar.
The entire place has something to say.
Yeah. Shout out to Oakland, man.
If they didn't catch you, they caught me.
Shout out to Oakland.
Your man was y'all. That shit was dope.
Oakland, that show was the best one out of
Oakland.
all the three
was.
That you did.
That was the night where I solidified for myself. I was like, not that I didn't already know, but I was like, I could do this shit for a living. Like this,
hit that stride.
How long ago was that?
3 years ago.
3? Is it 3 now?
Yeah.
God damn.
I got about 2.5 hours.
It's 2.5. It's 2.5. It's about to be 3 in the car.
You got footage. You got footage of that, Nomad?
2.5 hours, and it's beautiful.
Yo,
it's great. It's a whole trip.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Whole trip. Now I got the end of Oakland.
It was like March or February, end of February.
I didn't take the camera in that motherfucker to the end.
Okay.
I wanted to check the scene out. I've been to Oakland. I lived out there for a quick, couple months, and I didn't feel comfortable, so I didn't take it in the beginning.
Rough.
Some
parts are rough.
But in the end, I went and got it. I wish I'd have had it the whole time. We got so much love in there. That shit
Oakland,
was crazy.
I was gonna say we got a lot.
We got more love in Oakland and
LA.
Every show got better.
Every show got better. That's the other
man.
thing you have to realize. It's like any other, like if we had 10 shows, I can't even imagine what that 10 show would have looked like.
That shit would have been amazing.
I feel like the show in LA was good, but the bouncer pissed me off, and the crowd was kind of like, all right.
The crowd was a little like New York City.
Yeah.
The bouncer or the promoter dude? The light skin
Maybe
dude.
it was the promoter. That's who it was.
That was rushed too. They was trying to get too many people in there. It was rushed. It was rushed.
It felt off.
Yeah, the vibe wasn't right. The next night, that shit was
Santa Barbara was lit.
Santa Barbara was real.
That was lit. And then Oakland
crushed it. Santa Barbara. Right after that shit, we had groupies.
And it was raining.
Santa Barbara. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
It was raining that night at the club.
It was raining bitches.
It was raining bitches that night.
Some bitches. Fact.
Okay. Yeah, it was crazy, son. Like they was Oakland. The girls was coming up in Oakland too. Yo, then them motherfuckers was bad, son. I'm like, yo, and they was just running up.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, they be hating. Remember that one chick? Yeah, they be hating and whatever. I thought that was just so nice, and I'm looking at her like, yo, they just walk up to you like this out here. Yeah, you don't remember that? Remember the girl in the end who was doing? She had the CD and I got it on tape, so the shit is Yeah. In my mind, like I remember it probably better than you.
It was just perfect timing too in Oakland because they were so anxious for Joe Budden, and they were like, people came up to me, they were like, "Yo, the people that went up before you was trash."
Yeah.
So when you came in and you shut that shit down, it was like refreshing, and like that's. And then Joe Budden went up.
I remember talking to a lot of people like backstage, like even on the side of the stage after the show. Like,
yeah, same.
They were like handing weed to us and shit.
Yeah,
like because it felt like a green room vibe on the right hand side of the stage.
Yeah.
Yo, I manage people. Take my number down. Here's my business card.
That shit was dope. Oakland was dope, man. Telegraph. Shout out to Telegraph Ave.
Yeah, shout out to the Bay.
Telegraph Ave. What is that? Is that hill you showed us? Remember that?
No. That's one of that's Lombard. That's like one of the
biggest hill ever.
That's one of the most famous streets in the United States, man. Lombard. Yeah, man. Look, Lombard in San Fran is like picturesque.
Yeah, I've been on that shit. That shit is like tough to walk on and then drive on and then just be mad people on and shit because everyone's taking a picture.
Yo, when I was staying out there, it was during the Indian summer, like around October, November time frame. And one weekend, they froze that whole street off with ice, and they had a ski competition.
What's the name of it?
Lombard.
You saying it's like a big zigzag and shit.
The beginning part of we wasn't on that part, but we was down further down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out to everyone checking in. Trey Piper. Pascal Smith is back. Tyler Hebert.
This shit? Nah,
that's one. No, that's one part of it. You know what I'm saying? We was on another part of that street. We was the Lombard. That shit goes all the way down. That's the one. You know, but we was down there. We was all the way down.
We was down some street that I was like, what is this? If they had this street in New York, you could not drive on it. Because
it's too narrow?
With snow and shit. Like,
No.
You couldn't even park your car.
It's too vertical.
Yeah.
It's like when you get to it, you really can't see. And then the car just like...
I was like,
it just disappears over the horizon.
Right.
Matthew Shawn is gone.
You gone.
Yo, you want to get to this video you sent me?
Yeah, what is that? I forgot what it was.
Jack Ma?
Jack Ma.
Want to talk about Jack Ma real quick?
Yeah, and then we'll get out of here.
Jack Ma. Is that the I know that dude. Who is that? Yep. He's the guy who started like Alibaba or something, right? Or one of these things?
Is this the shit talking about education? I sent this shit to you?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Is he the one? This shit started Alibaba?
Yeah.
Right?
Of course,
this dude is pretty. Oh, that's the one who said he tried to get into Harvard like 3-4 times, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, he said he tried to get into Harvard like a bunch.
I sent this to you because we talked about this last week.
They rejected him, but still he's one of the greatest businessmen in the world or some shit like that.
I bet, yeah.
Give me a second, guys. The video froze on us.
Not a problem.
Internets.
Yes.
The internet.
And I saw something about Elon Musk talking about how he does not have his kids in like normal school. He was like,
are they being homeschooled?
In robots?
Kind of, but they have. Like, he started a school, I believe, something along those lines.
Something along those gowns. Let's get
damn, 800 million jobs by 2030.
800 million jobs?
Robots could replace.
Damn.
Good thing I'm retiring before that.
Yeah, making money now.
Yeah, he has a secret school, this guy. Oh, I'm sorry.
And we cannot teach our kids to compete with machine or with smart. We have to teach something unique. That is, machine can never catch up with us. Value, believing, independent thinking, teamwork, care for others. These are the soft part. The knowledge may not teach you that.
But that's the parts that, humans have trouble with. Working together.
Yo, yeah.
Caring about each other.
Kindergarten stuff.
Right.
We still don't get it.
Art. But making sure humans should be different from everything we teach should be different from machine. The machine can do better. You have to think about it.
No, it's so true. It's so simple, but he's right. Like, we're teaching the machines the things that we do. So once they get better at what we do, we won't need ourselves.
That's why I sent it to you, because I was like, yo, this is I wish we had that when we were talking about it, because we were in the middle of that conversation, but Elon Musk has started our own school for his kids called Ad Astra or some shit like that.
Wow.
And
can I send my kid there, you think?
If you got that money, man. But there's no grades, and they focus on education and not like how fuck, man, I can't read it because there's some ad blocker thing popping up.
That's good.
Makes more sense to cater to the education to match their aptitudes. And fuck, the ad blocker thing popped up. Whatever, but look into it. Ad Astra.
Ad Astra, guys. That's a fact.
Because I feel like school, like, especially like when we were growing up, I mean, I was a shit student anyways, but but I think school would have treated us a lot better if they would have fucking tailored it towards the real world instead of fucking teaching us fucking, well,
that's the thing,
stupid shit.
Do you know what I mean? It's just basically like people that figure it out for themselves are the ones that are successful. So it's like
but I mean, like robots and AI, that shit is a legitimate threat to take over.
But people don't believe it. People still think that's just like some movie shit. Like they don't.
I don't understand people though, because like, dude, 15 years ago nobody was using a fucking iPhone. Do you know what I mean?
Yo.
And now everyone's got one. So it's like, do you not see how fast this shit is going?
Yeah.
Yo, I heard I'm sorry.
People about to have. Oh, no, I'm just venting.
Yo, I heard on the way over here that there's a way now that they can take your consciousness and put it into another body.
No, that's that's in Black Mirror. I mean, they're probably working on it.
No. Listen.
All right.
They said that it's in Black Mirror, and that's the same thing that the other guy said when they were talking. Like, there's a way now. Oh, and the guy said, "Oh yeah, that's on Black Mirror," and he's like, "Nah, it's an actual way." So-called.
I did see a video there. There's like some crazy Russian billionaire who I think like did some shit like that. I think you're right. I think it's.
I don't know.
So basically, you can remove your consciousness and put it somewhere else and live life through another vessel.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Would you do that?
Ah, shit.
I would if I was 95 and I'm about to die.
That shit is scary.
Like,
yo,
if I could do like Michael Jordan real quick.
I mean, think about that.
Make myself an avatar.
Because
like, whoop. You guys ain't know?
That's mad funny.
Because if that's the case, I mean, where's Saddam Hussein?
Yeah.
And that's where is life going in that direction?
I don't know. I hate to have to cut this shit short, but
we gone?
We almost gone. Yeah, we're gone. We will be back next week. We had a slightly short episode because last week we had a slightly long one, so shout out to Jips for that.
Yeah.
And weekly freestyles. I didn't put one up last week, but I have 2 for you motherfuckers this week, so don't say I'm slacking. That's it. Any other announcements and shit we gotta make?
We all gone. Pascal, you gone.
You gone.
Tyler Hebert. Shout out to you.
Get that brown tape.
Get that brown tape. That Ghostface shit is out now.
Get out that brown tape.
Like
listen to the brown note.
Brown tape all the way home right now.
About to take brown duties.
We gone.
We gone. Great episode.
If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us.